Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Mind the Moment's Tuesday morning mindfulness session brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. And this is a place where we invite experienced mindfulness instructors to support us in learning more about mindfulness and also learning about how to incorporate these practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino, and I'm very happy to be here this morning with Zeenat Potia. She's a mindfulness instructor and longtime meditator. Good morning to you, Zeenat.
Good morning, Suzanne. Thank you for having me, and welcome to all.
Nice to have you here this morning after our post-holiday time. And as we do every morning on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll start out with a question for the group. And then Zeenat will share some words with us and lead us in a guided practice. So we also are allowing for questions and answers and chatting. So if you go down to the bottom of your screen and open up the chat box, there you'll have an opportunity to click the drop-down menu and click on everyone if you'd like. And that will give you the chance to see everybody's comments coming in as they are typed in. So as we move on, Zeenat, how would you like to start us off with what question?
I would like to invite folks to just settle in and relax the body and, arriving here from whatever you were doing before you came to the session. So giving yourself a moment to land. And then the reflection is generosity. Inviting you to consider a time recently, so not very long ago, but in the past few days, where you received generosity from somebody offered and you were able to receive, and or an instance or an example where you were generous, where you offered freely, happily, with an open heart. And it can really be anything to allow that memory or that thought to come in. And generosity is very broadly defined here, not just in material terms. Yes, material generosity can be quite wonderful. But like we say in nonprofit circles, it's time, talent, treasure. So your time, your talent, treasure is the material. And then I would add, perhaps the most important of all, given that we're here practicing mindfulness, is the gift of your attention, of your awareness, of your presence. So, and then to notice how it felt when you either offered generosity or you received generosity. And I'd like you to share in the chat, not so much the content, but how it felt for you, how it felt in the body, how it felt in the heart when you were either a recipient of generosity or a giver of generosity. And anybody can start. I'm curious to hear.
Well, I'll kick off. Well, someone's ready to roll. Uncomfortable.
Yeah. Interesting. Thank you for being brave enough to name what was true for you.
Yeah. I felt a sense of relief. And a small group over the holiday, and someone did the dishes for me without being asked, and that was my relief. So best feeling was a lightening of the body when you're generous in whatever way. I like that description. Warmth when I give or receive generosity. Nervous. Amazed. Hard to receive and not immediately feel I need to reciprocate. Moved when accepting generosity.
Yeah, it's so fascinating to see the range and to see that there can be several things that can coexist. You know, one can feel warmth and joy and relief, and also feel unsettled or uncomfortable or nervous or suspicious, or this need to immediately reciprocate. That really resonated for me, because often if we're not used to receiving or allowing, then it can fall into feeling transactional. And all of these things are welcome as part of our practice. They're information, you know, they don't have a moral value to them of, oh, this is good and this is bad. It's all to bring curiosity to it. Isn't that interesting? I know for me, grateful, beautiful. There can be a sense of joy at receiving generosity, and it's mixed with a feeling of suspicion, like, oh, what do they want from me in return? And they kind of both coexist. So I just want to offer that perspective to you, if it's helpful. The more room we can create internally to hold all of these feelings or emotions or responses, and really in the body, that's greater self-awareness, greater self-knowledge, and equips us in how we move through the world. So let's transition to doing some awareness and some centering practice in the body right now. So just coming into a relaxed posture, upright. Shoulders can be relaxed down, head and neck soft. And then you're invited to close the eyes, or the eyes can be open with a soft gaze. Landing and allowing the attention, the awareness, the focus in practice today to really rest in the body. Our body is an instrument of infinite wisdom. And we learn in mindfulness to over and over again make our home in it. And we return to it because we get pulled. We get pulled away, and so we learn, we commit, we dedicate ourselves to returning home, breath by breath, sound by sound, sensation by sensation. These are our guideposts that help us return home. And so choosing what's appropriate for you in a body-based practice, you can work with sensations and softening, relaxing the body. You can lightly engage with the breath, not trying to change or control, simply being with the movement of the breath. You can open to sound as it arises and passes. Or you can just rest in open awareness. Not a specific anchor, but tuning into a choiceless awareness. Awareness is the home, with the body as our vehicle. And being infinitely generous with yourself. endlessly gracious, accompanying yourself this morning. Reconnecting if the mind is scattered or elsewhere, renewing your commitment to coming home, to resting in the present moment in awareness. Just this last few moments. Are precious and are an invitation to fully show up, nothing left out. practicing generosity toward yourself, toward this being that aspires to be happy, that aspires to be of benefit, that aspires to liberation from all of the mental, emotional, physical suffering that comes as part of being human. So, not small things. And this path requires generosity in order for us to walk on it. There's just no other way. So, last minute or so, whatever that means for you, to be generous with yourself. What's needed? And answering that question as we drop it deep inside, what's needed right now? And then offering to whatever extent you can, freely, happily, willingly, with an open heart. This is generosity, embodied generosity. And then please continuing to practice through the sound of the bell as you hear it. Okay, thank you for your practice and taking your time as you flutter the eyes open and transitioning out. You may wish to do a stretch. It can feel really nice taking deeper breaths, looking around your space, whatever feels good to the body, honoring that we've ended formal practice and we shift to more relational ways of interacting with one another. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Zeenat. Yes, I am. I really connected with what you said about our bodies being an infinite instrument, or an instrument of infinite wisdom. I love how you phrased that, because it just opens us up to being at peace with our body, whatever is happening. And that wisdom not only is nourishing for us, but it keeps us in the present moment. I can't remember where I read this, but my understanding is when we focus on one of our senses in that way, the touch or the sensations, that we will always be in the present moment. So yeah, very helpful. Thank you so much for that wonderful guidance, and the really, I love the subject of generosity. Like you mentioned, it's got so many nuances to it.
I'm glad. And I think as we go into this season, end of year, there's so much, I think, in the general culture around giving. I believe today is Giving Tuesday. It can very easily catch us or trap us in this vortex where we lose connection with ourselves and our intuition and instead of being led by wisdom and compassion, we get lost in messages or what's being said around us. So to just know that this opportunity to come back home and to connect with that, and to open, to not be afraid, because generosity is something we can cultivate, and to do it in a way that makes you happy, that feels in alignment, and not in just kind of when you feel lost and you're just kind of in this crazy frenzy of giving and receiving. So yeah, to just keep that in mind. And if anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free to weigh in. We have so much collective wisdom here. I know that I had opted out of Black Friday and all of those things. It's just not as a kind of activist move, but over the years, it's just something that I naturally not that interested in. But yesterday it was Cyber Monday, and I found myself kind of automatically just thinking of things that I need, and then looking and then feeling this pressure of I have to get it today, or then it, somehow tomorrow it's going to be gone or different. It was so strange. It was just, I found myself caught, and it wasn't that these deals or whatever were anything great. They were not. But my mind made it this thing, and it was just the advertising was working. I was lost. It's like, oh, I need that. I should get that. As if it wasn't going to be there today.
Yeah. It's easy to get pulled into that, I think.
Oh, beautiful, Sarah. I love that. Attention is the most basic form of love. Through it, we bless and are blessed. It's by John Tarrant. Mary Oliver has said attention is a sacred form of devotion.
I love both of those. I'm adding that to my list.
And Donna is right too. It's the pent-up isolation and the ads prey on this need to connect, and they're doing their jobs well. And I think for us too, to stay true. And again, it's the body, just coming back into the body, feeling your feet on the ground, situating yourself. The present moment is such a refuge from when we do feel spun out of control or triggered.
Yes, I love the discussion about this. The space we're in right now with the giving and the gifting, and how we can. I've personally felt like this supply chain issue that's been going on has made me think, knowing where some of these items might be coming from and the environmental impacts of getting them to me, that I've decided more to give experiences like a concert or a trip, something like that.
Yeah, I love that. And just simplify, simplifying can be such a beautiful practice too. I made these little photo books for my daughters to give to them, because we take so many photographs, but we don't actually print them, and they're small, they're little, and so the photo books are a catalog. They're not very big, but a catalog of 2021, so they can look back and see some highlights or memories of things we did together, or I can see the things that they were interested in. And one of them got a new bike this year, the other one loves to eat ramen, so it's just pictures of them doing various things in the books.
Yeah, That's such a great idea. That's what I love about this group is I get so many good thoughts about how to look at life and look at our experiences in a different way. So yeah. Yes, yes. The comments are really wonderful. Well, we're very grateful for everyone joining this morning, and most especially for Zeenat and for her wonderful guidance and sharing her wisdom with us. So very happy to be back on Tuesday, and grateful for everyone joining. And we look forward to seeing you again. Thursday we'll be here at 8:30 with Tara Healy. And so again, thanks again for you, Zeenat, and for this wonderful subject of generosity. And we look forward to bringing this into our days for this week. So we'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much. And have a good day, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone, and see you soon.